What's up, sports bettors? I know I've already given out a lot of player props for today on Twitter or on YouTube, a bunch of plays, and I say this all the time, but a lot of people think, oh, you should only place one bet a day or two bets a day. That's crazy. That's insane. As a sharp bettor, if your plays have an edge, you want to place as many bets as you can on a daily basis, right? Again, it all assumes your plays have an edge, but it's kind of like why you buy the S&P 500 as opposed to putting all your money in one stock. You want to diversify. So I try to place, as many bets as I can that are profitable on a daily basis. So the main tools I use, on OddsJam are the screen, which is really useful for comparing where books are setting the line. So one thing I like to do is just look for discrepancies. Like right here, you can see Tyler Boyd. His receptions line on Prize Picks, if you can see that right there, is 3. Underdog Fantasy in all of the books have his line at 3.5. So there's good value getting the over on Prize Picks, right? They're half a reception below the rest of the market. They're too low relative to every other data point in the market. So you can see I bet it right here. Tyler Boyd over 3 receptions. It's in one of my Prize Picks entries, along with 4 NBA plays. But again, like we are looking as a sharp bettor, I use this screen for where are the books setting the line at different levels. And when every sports book has the line at 3.5, and Underdog Fantasy, the direct competitor of Prize Picks, has the line at 3.5, and Prize Picks is sitting at 3, that's clear indication using real-time, price information, real-time odds on sports books, right? Where we basically know, like, okay, Prize Picks is well below the market, so either Prize Picks is right and the line should be at 3, or Prize Picks is wrong and they're too low and we should be hitting that over. So this is the first play I locked in. And I have another play for this game, but my bet's on FanDuel, right? So I say this all the time as well, but you never know when the best bets are going to occur, right? You really don't. So you can see right here, the best line on the Bengals is minus 390 on Betfair. And where can you get the Ravens plus 400? It looks like on one sports book, you can, pro line, you can get the Ravens plus 400. That looks incredible, right? That looks great. Pinnacle Sportsbook right here, the sharpest bookmaker in the world, which we copy for our OddsJam column, they're only giving you plus, 333. You're getting 67 cents of improvement. This is an arbitrage to the Betfair exchange, right? Plus 400 is clearly, you're getting pretty insane value to every other book in the market. So if you have Pro Line, this is a play you'd want to lock in, Ravens money line. Unfortunately, I don't have Pro Line in my location. I believe it's a Canadian sports book, so it's only available in Canada. But this is why, as a sharp bettor, like you want to have multiple sports books. A lot of people are like, oh, you give out plays on Underdog, you give out plays on Prize Picks. Why do you have both? And it's because, well, we just saw that Tyler Boyd line was only on Prize Picks, right? If we go over to Underdog Fantasy and we check it out, you can see he's at 3.5. So there's no value at 3.5, right? We want to get over 3. We want to get that improvement where Prize Picks is off from the market and they're a discrepancy to the rest of the market. So, kind of key one for sharp sports bettors is you need multiple books, right? You got to be betting on multiple sports books and you always have to be getting the best line. So what I mean by that is like if you're in Canada, you have Pinnacle and you have Pro Line available to you. If you're placing bets on the Ravens money line at plus 333 on Pinnacle, when you could be getting plus 400 on Pro Line, you're screwed. You're never going to make money sports betting, right? And it's just because you're getting ripped off. If you're getting ripped off consistently by the books, you're not going to make money, right? They don't want you to line shop. They don't want you to price compare. But they set lines independently because they all try to be unique and different. If every sportsbook had the exact same odds, we wouldn't need the frickin' 100 you see on OddsJam. But they set lines independently because they try to be unique and differentiate themselves. So, long story short, first key to sports betting, and it's free to do with OddsJam, for any sport you want to look at, any games you want to look at, is just browse odds. Make sure you're finding value, you're getting the best line, you're not getting ripped off. Plus 321 is an absolute ripoff on the Ravens, which is what Circa Sports is offering. It's a horrible price. Every book is offering better odds. So you have 1, 2, like every data point in the market is telling you plus 321 is horrible. Plus 280 is even worse. right? These are the bets. This is why people can lose so much money sports betting, is they get ripped off with terrible, terrible prices like plus 280 when there's books offering plus 400 in the market. So anyways, let's get into the play I ended up going with. The play I ended up going with first, the highest profit margin bet for this game, for the Ravens game. And again, Odds Jam, you can filter by game. You can filter for the sports books you use, the main books you use. And the play we can see is a player prop, right? So if I had ProLine, if I had that sports book, the highest profit margin bet would have been Ravens money line at plus 400. But I don't have that book available to me, so I got to work with what I got, right? So this is the play I ended up going with, Jamar Chase over 79.5 receiving yards on FanDuel. So I locked it in for $235, which was the max they gave me. And I say this all the time too, but I'm riding with you guys on all these plays. If I have plays on FanDuel, it's because I thought there was value and I bet them, right? Really that simple. Like you can see, I gave out this yesterday. It cashed. Great, cool. I'm risking my own capital on these plays along with you. So anyways, I ended up hitting this on FanDuel for $235. The profit margin was 2.66% right here. So to get your profit margin in dollars, you just take your edge under this percent column. It's also known as edge, profit margin, EV percentage, whatever you want to call it. So 2.66%, we staked $235. So our profit margin in dollars, we just multiply those numbers together. You get $6.25. 2.66% edge multiplied by $235, $6.25 in EV. So over the course of the long run, bets like this will return $6.25. Right? So this bet, of course, is going to win or lose. But what this means is if I place let's say 1,000 bets that are 2.66% edge, and I bet them for $235 over, the course of 1,000 bets, I expect to make 6.25K, which is basically what you see. I use this verified bet tracker called Picket, where you can follow me if you want to. It just syncs all my plays directly from the sports books. It's, some bet tracker company. I earn roughly a 3% ROI on my bets in 2022. There's ups and downs. There's variance. I mean, you're not going to win every bet. But if your plays have an edge and you can earn 3% a day, 2.66%, your returns can stack up pretty quick. This game's tonight. I'm earning a 2.66% return. If you can earn a 2.66% return every day of the month, I mean, you can think about that, right? That's like a 75% ROI every single month. So your bankroll would increase from, 1,000 to 1,750, 10,000 to 17.5K, assuming you're able to bet your bankroll every day, right? So you can use a Kelly calculator. That's a good option for bankroll management. If you would like to, know how to manage your bankroll, there's a Kelly calculator and there's some information about how to use it. But long story short, the reason this Chase play is so good is look at every other data point in the market, right? What's very interesting is FanDuel actually, they offer, which you can see right here, these alternate lines. So for Mixon, it's not like you can only bet him, if we go, let's just go to rushing props. You can see here, there's Mixon. His main line is 55.5. But you can go here, you can bet him 60 plus yards, 70 plus, 80 plus, 50 plus, all that good stuff, right? But long story short, what you'll notice is FanDuel, they were offering this alternate line for Chase at plus 106. Every other sportsbook is pricing this minus 110 or worse, right? There's no disagreement in the market except for FanDuel. Every sportsbook is pricing this minus 110 or worse. Pinnacle, sharpest bookmaker in the world, has this minus 113. So the logic is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This odds jam column, we just copy Pinnacle. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slightly different odds between states, but 11, 12. So we have 12 data points, and they're all telling you the exact same thing. This line should be minus 110, minus 115. We're getting plus 106. That's an absolute no-brainer. This is absolutely a play you want to be on, and you have high confidence, right? Because there's so many sports books all telling you, hey, this should be priced at minus 110, minus 115. You're getting plus 106. That's a big discrepancy, enough to beat the VIG, beat the juice, and have a positive ROI. So that's what I ended up locking in. I try to place as many positive EV bets as I can on a daily basis across numerous sports books. Again, different, states have different sports books. So you may not have Prize Picks available to you, but I find a lot of value on Prize Picks. You can see there's a lot of plays on Prize Picks right now. So that's why I've been giving out more plays on Prize Picks, just because that's where I'm betting and that's where I'm able to find value and make money. Here you can see there's some NBA player props on FanDuel and stuff like that. But anyways, hopefully this was helpful. Any questions you have, let me know. Let's make money.